You're still watching Sunrise at Sea right here on CTV, and if you just tuned in, good morning, and you're in time for our Views segment where we discuss everyday trending topics and give our opinion and best advice. So today I am on set with the usual people: Sandra Cope, Shiva Nauma, Kira Notozo, and my name is Apollo Sarah. If you want to be a part of our conversations, please go to our social medias on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and follow us on CTV Uganda. Leave your comment. Don't forget to use the hashtag CTV Sunrise. We always love to hear from you, and these conversations, we would like to get your opinion, because it's not just our views, it's your views as well. So since we're in the Christmas spirit, it's Christmas right here at Sunrise at Sea, and we have been dressing up the whole day, and we've been dressed by Kushona Designs, and you can find them on Namrambe Road opposite Victoria's Kindergarten, and you can also find them on Loom Street, and that's on Zai Plaza in shop numbers L4 and L5. So let's get into it. There's a lady who wrote into the show, and she has a dilemma, and she wants advice on how best to approach the situation. And let's get right into it. It's going to appear on your screen right now. And she says, "Hi Sunrise at Sea. My name is Michelle. I need advice. My stepdaughter is getting married on Christmas Eve in Mombasa. My husband, her father, will be attending the wedding. However, I was not invited, and she has expressed this. I am upset that my husband has refused to address this situation. I know my stepdaughter is doing this to spite me. I do not want my husband to attend the wedding, because if he goes, I will be spending Christmas by myself. Am I overreacting?" Ladies, is she overreacting? Is Michelle overreacting?
No, she's not. She's not overreacting.
How so?
I believe, okay, the husband, despite the fact that this is your stepdaughter, you know, I think he should have a word with his daughter to make sure the stepmom comes, because at the end of the day, you don't want it to come up like you're competing for attention for a husband or the daughter, you know. So I think the husband has to intervene, you know, and make sure the wife comes through, despite whatever issues they have with the stepdaughter. Yeah.
I think she's overreacting. How so? She has known this stepdaughter, of course, for a very long time. I mean,
Yes.
she's getting married, so she's an adult. Yes. And yes, the stepdaughter is trying to spite her. That's what the stepdaughter is doing. But I feel sometimes you just have to pick your battles.
Yes.
Yeah? The stepdaughter might win the battle this time, but she will not win the war. Yeah. You are the wife. Like, rise to the occasion. This is your husband, and he's going just for Christmas. Don't put yourself in that situation. I think you shouldn't stoop low to her level. Just let your husband go. I mean, it's her daughter also at the end. It's his daughter. Yes, the husband might be doing something like wrong to go there without his wife, but also you don't want to be around a place,
Negative energy.
negative energy. Let him go. It's one day. Let him go. Let him go for the wedding. Don't even like cause about it. Yeah, the stepdaughter will be like, "Wait, what? She didn't say anything?" No, and post on social media how you are having the best time of your life during Christmas, and just move on. He's going to go. He's going to come back. And I kid you not, after this, she will not pull those stunts on you anymore.
I think her biggest problem here is that she's feeling left out.
Yes.
And you know, Christmas is a time for family, and she probably does not want to be by herself. She doesn't want to be by her husband. Perhaps she doesn't have the option of going to her family. Maybe her family is abroad, because if she's saying that she's going to be spending Christmas by herself, she probably doesn't have the option of spending Christmas
with anybody
by
else.
herself. But then again, there's always the misconception that when a parent enters, when somebody, not a parent, when somebody starts dating a single parent, for instance, they think that they're now coming to be the first priority in that person's life. Say, for instance, in this case, my issue, I think she's overreacting as well. I agree with Kira. I think she's overreacting, because it's his daughter. It's her wedding. And she has every right to invite who she wants. It's not about her. In this case, it's not about her. It's not her wedding. And the daughter can choose to not want her there. Perhaps she's trying to avoid the awkward situation. Maybe her mother is going to be there. and her mother's family side is going to be there. So maybe she just does not want any drama. I think she should be asking herself the question, how comes I was not invited? What have I been doing that I'm being excluded from this, equation? So Siobhan, what do you think?
I think she's indeed overreacting. Like Sandra said, and maybe I'll re-echo it. I mean, there's certain things that shouldn't ruffle your feathers. Not everything. You do not have to be a Coca-Cola bottle that every time you're shaken, you just explode. Once in a while, be water, be calm, stay calm. No matter how very provoking that could be. I mean, if I was the one in that situation, I would definitely be furious. But somehow, I don't know how, I would have to gather myself together and just let it be. Because at the end of the day, it is the man's daughter, you're not the mother, yes, but hey, it's an important event in her life. Whether she has chosen it on a day of Christmas, you really have no option other than to stomach it and let it go. You can always have another Christmas with your husband, or even when he comes back, you guys can choose to celebrate Christmas together. So you do not want a situation where you're going to have to make your husband choose between you and his daughter. Now that is a totally different story. So I'd rather she just takes the back seat and relaxes. Women we don't fight. Be calm.
Women like to
fight.
No, be calm.
We're going to scrap.
We're available for altercations. So I want us to, how about, why do you think that the husband is not addressing this issue? Why do you think he's not?
Because he doesn't want to be caught in the middle of the fire. For very men, it is hard to choose between their wives and their mothers, and then especially if there's a new woman in the picture and then you have stepchildren in the picture, they do not want to have to choose between your new wife and then his his biological children. You get? So very men do not want to rise up to the occasion when it comes to this, because they don't want to be caught between the space where they have to choose, because then who would you choose? If you choose the daughter, you will hurt your wife. If you choose the wife, you will hurt your daughter.
I think it's not about.
It's cowardly, I think.
I don't think it
burying
is
his head into the sand.
Well, in my opinion, I feel he should sit and have a conversation with his wife and say, you know what? My daughter can be crazy. I mean, I'm sure he knows that his daughter is acting out of spite at this point in time. So he say, you know what, babe? Let me go for the wedding. I'll be back to you. I mean, he could also say that immediately after the wedding reception, I'm going to fly back to you. You know that will make it better.
The wedding is away.
It's on Mombasa on Christmas Eve.
On Christmas
That
Eve.
is on Thursday.
You know what I would do?
Yeah.
I would go with
On
him
Friday.
to Mombasa, and I would stay in the room ordering room service. And then after the reception, I will just tell him, come upstairs, it's done.
Let's go for Christmas.
We'll even move hotels and go to another hotel. like if you're bringing it, I'm also bringing it.
So quickly before we wrap up this conversation, I'd just like to give a few tips on how you can deal with, grown stepchildren who may be spiting you. Number one, continue to be a kind and respectful person. Do not stoop to their level. Always be the mature person. And then read up and educate yourself on dynamics of having a blended family or step families. It's very important that you always keep yourself educated, have the knowledge, use your smartphone and read about it. You don't always have to ask advice for people, but you can find it online, read about it, and then avoid bad mouthing the other parent. Say for instance, this lady in this case, Michelle, should never ever say anything about this girl's mom ever again. But before we go, just one more comment that we got from you on our Facebook and our Twitter, and this comes in from Musmenta Jovita, and she says it also depends on how you are treating her in the first place. Before you even complain, just leave the father to go and attend the daughter's wedding. As for you, go have fun with your friends and family members. And then another one coming from the gentleman called Eric, and he says, I wouldn't trust my wife attending her stepdaughter's wedding either. Stepmothers look at their stepchildren like their enemies. So if you want to continue this conversation, please head on to our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and that is at CTV Uganda. That is all we had for you on this segment. Keep watching Sunrise at Sea.
Well, welcome back. You are watching Sunrise at Sea, and that was quite an interesting conversation we had about blended families. Well, moving on to the second segment of our views this morning is that we all look forward to Christmas. I mean, gifting, Sarah and I were doing gifting. Gifts is a huge part of Christmas and everything, plus food. But what stresses you about this time of the year? What do you dread about Christmas? Go to our social media pages at CTV Uganda, and please don't forget to use the hashtag CTV Sunrise. So ladies, what do you dread most about this time of year, Sarah?
Cleaning up after.
Traffic.
Cleaning up after is,
I know,
a headache. It can take you like 3 business days to finish washing all the saucepans and all the dishes and, you know, cleaning up the whole mess that was caused in the house, because you can have your enjoyments on Christmas Day and then the aftermath is, oh my goodness, over the top.
You need to have a system.
Yeah.
Now, for me at home, I like to host outside at the garden. Then I have this huge bin on the side and everything is like disposables. So when you finish, in the bin, in the bin, in the bin. There are no dishes, there's no...
How do you keep the discipline with the kids?
That's the thing. There
know
will
the
always
drill.
be someone who will litter and make. Oh my god.
And you know what? With the kids, actually, please don't blame me for this child labor, but I round them and say, okay, pick that, pick that. They left when they have swept.
It's not
my
child
niece says
labor.
one. So when they leave, I'm like, I'm good. I just shower and chill.
No, but you know, when it comes to cleaning, you know, I think she's talking about the pots, you know, the pans, I don't know, it's usually a lot. Even if you're actually using disposables. The cleaning bit, I don't like washing dishes. I don't like ironing clothes. I would rather wash clothes. Yeah.
Then wash dishes.
Yes, then wash dishes.
Oh my god.
For me, it's the cooking.
Cooking.
Yes, I love to
yeah.
cook. I naturally love to cook. But however, cooking for more than 5 people, now that's a different story. And every time we're hosting Christmas at home, I'm like, do we have to, guys, mommy and daddy, do we have to host Christmas? Do we have to be the ones to host? Because in our family, our tradition is usually the firstborns are the ones who hold the family get-togethers and gatherings. And now my dad is the firstborn in the family, so we always have to, you know, grace and host people. And it falls back on us. We have to cook. Oh my God, it's the cooking. I prefer to be the one attending. I prefer to be the invited. Well, we don't. We did suggest it some time back, but it just doesn't work that way, because my mom wants certain recipes and dishes cooked exactly the way she wants it. She doesn't want someone else to cook her meal.
I see why she is the way she is now. You're a perfectionist.
Oh, okay.
The apple does not fall very far from the tree. But ladies, I tell you, this stuff of cooking all day and one, you need to normalize luxury in your life. Like if you can get someone to cook for you, let them cook for you. Or tell people to bring food, come with food. I call them and say, you're bringing potato salad. You're bringing the chicken. You're in charge of drinks.
Yeah.
You get it? So that you just lift that off your shoulder, because not everybody can afford to get a caterer and this and that. So like, be creative. Well, let's look at what people dread about Christmas, going onto our social media. And this is Ama Joy, cooking for everyone. That emoji just tells it all. This is you, Shivan.
Yeah.
And then there is Musimenta Jovita, and she says food. The way I love eating, to the extent that the man that won my heart had to cook for me some nice food. Okay, Jovita now, because we're talking about things we dread, but I think she's just so taken by food. Yes. No, I mean, it is one day to Christmas, so okay.
We understand.
Jovita, we understand. And then Essential Worker says converging with family members, especially those I've taken time without seeing. And maybe food. People are just putting food, into it. But I would like to ask you, don't you feel that Christmas has been so commercialized? Like it has lost its essence.
No, I don't think so. I don't, okay, from where I'm standing, where I'm sitting, no, because everything in our economy is commercialized now. Everything has a value of, you know, money or a value tag attached to it. Whatever the service may be, whatever the product may be, whatever the holiday may be. But no, I don't think it has lost meaning. I think it's still, because if one thing is certain, that everybody gathers with family on Christmas, so I don't think it has been watered down.
But I think that is the essence, to gather with family. It's a time to be with family, a time for giving, a time for love.
Yes.
So in that way, that's what Christmas is supposed to be. Yeah. But looking at how Christmas has been commercialized, let's look at shopping mall Santas. You know those shopping mall Santas? And shopping mall Santas started in 1841 at a Philadelphia store that had a life-size model of a Santa Claus that drew children to it. This spawned a trend in which store owners offered opportunities to see a real-life Santa.
Yes.
Yeah. Then we have things such as, of course, Santa. Nothing really other than the influence of Coca-Cola and some well-executed holiday marketing. Santa has become synonymous with Christmas.
Yeah.
And that's not how it used to be. Even the colors, red and white, Kira was telling us, you used to wear green and purple as a
Yes.
before. But because of Coca-Cola and the brand, those are their brand colors, they changed to red and white.
Yes.
And that's why it is the way that it is.
But
And
also forgetting the aspect of giving gifts.
Yes,
the aspect
actually.
of being commercialized. Like there's so much pressure of wanting to gift someone. I feel like so many people are under pressure to gift. I mean, how will I appear if I went to this function without a gift? How will I appear if you're my, like, for example, if you're my bear and I did not get you a gift? Like, there's so much pressure around gifting on Christmas, yet that's not what it's supposed to be. We're just supposed to be spreading joy, love, and being kind.
that
I
is
think
quite
it's an
true.
overcompensation. What
Yeah.
are you overcompensating for if you feel pressure to give somebody a gift? Are you being pressured to give somebody a gift because you're not being present in their life?
Exactly.
See, the best present to give anybody is presence.
Time. Your
Time.
yes.
That is the best gift. So if you are starting to feel like, oh, Christmas is starting to be commercialized, I have to do this, I have to do that, then I think it's time you
You're
start
losing the
having
spirit,
conversations with yourself and say, perhaps I need to be more present
Yeah.
in my family's life. So Christmas is about sharing, giving and
Caring.
receiving, giving, loving each other and letting people know. That is why right now a lot of people have moved to the villages, have moved up country.
Yeah.
You see why the traffic jam is so a lot, because everybody is now moving to their family members. So everything has been commercialized in one way or the other, because
Yeah.
people now know, oh, flowers, people are going to be gifting flowers, people are going to be gifting certain things, and that's just what it comes with. That's what
so.
holidays like this come with. But I don't think it is taking away from the true Christmas spirit of spreading love and loving.
I think that is true. And I think we should be more aware and just not get lost in it, in the frenzy.
Yes.
And lose focus of what is really important. Yeah. So anyways, from gift wrapping, as you say, to Christmas trees, department store Santas and beyond, what started as a religious holiday has taken on commercial significance. And then we look at Christmas cards.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the best examples of commercialism and now a multi-million-dollar industry. The Christmas card dates back to 1843. The first commercial Christmas card was put out by Sir Henry Cole. Can you imagine? And gift giving, what you were both saying, has its roots in pagan rituals held during the winter. But I beg to differ, because
And we are busy putting them in Christmas during the time when we
I
celebrate
beg to
Jesus
differ
Christ.
with this, because remember when Christ was born?
Yes.
Yes,
Three
the
wise
three
men
wise
gave
men came
him
with
presents.
presents.
But also
Yes.
Jesus Christ being born to this world, he himself was a gift to us. So in a way that actually resonates. Yes, he was. He
Yes.
is a gift to us.
He was a gift to us, and most importantly, he gave us he left us with the greatest gift of all, love. That's what he left us with, and this is what we should share during this season. Well, I hope you enjoyed this second segment of our views, but please head down to our social media pages at CTV Uganda. Don't forget to use the hashtag CTV Sunrise and tell us what you dread most about this time of year, about Christmas. We'll be right back. Don't blink. Welcome back. You are watching Sunrise at Sea, and sadly, all good things, everything must come to an end, and we have come to the end of our show. If you want to look like us, please head down to Kushona Fashions on Namirembe Road, opposite Victoria's Kindergarten, and also on Zai Plaza, Luum Street, shop number L4 and L5. But before we wrap up this morning, we are going to do a secret Santa where we have written our names, put it in a jar, we're going to shake it, and we are all going to pick, so that tomorrow we can gift each other and open our gifts. So ladies, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Did you all put in your names? Okay, I'm going to shake it and pick
Blow
one.
over it.
So I'm going to pick one.
Can we pick two?
No, you can't. You can one. So we have written our names in here, and whatever the name that is inside, we are going to buy that person a gift.
What if you get
And then
your own
tomorrow
name?
we'll open, I mean, tomorrow is Christmas Eve, so
Then you
it's
give
the
to yourself.
tradition.
The best
If you
person
get
to
your
gift
own
would
name.
be me, because I know what I want.
Alrighty, we open. Okay, hide them,
Do we
ladies.
expose them?
No, it's Secret Santa.
I know.
Okay. Guys,
Okay.
what's your favorite color? Please, I'm just saying.
Well,
What's your favorite color, Sandra?
I don't know what's funny.
that's for you to
Don't.
find out.
Can we do this again?
what's your
Can we do this again?
Green.
Guys, can we do this again? Like, seriously, can we do this quickly? Because I picked my name.
I picked my name
It's
too.
so ironic because I was like, I would be the best person.
No, we just
Quickly.
Okay, wait.
I had two mine. Let me just
Quickly,
write the
quickly.
name on here.
But now we know how each one is actually folded again.
No.
just don't
Just
look in.
Alright, just close your eye and pick it up.
So I remain with mine?
No, put it in. It has to be full.
Okay,
Quickly.
quickly.
Okay. You're not supposed to know.
I don't look there. This time, don't look there.
Yeah.
Okay. Quickly.
I don't want that one. I want this one.
You see?
Oh
Alright.
my goodness. If I pick my name again,
You just give to yourself.
I'm
Please,
No
I
one?
don't
Okay?
pick your names again.
Wait, you know.
Pick yourself
We're
again.
gonna do this off air.
You picked yourself again. Oh my gosh.
Well, that was all from us here, Sunrise at Sea. We hope you enjoyed the show, but please remember that later on we have the brunch request. Yeah, so you need to stay tuned for that. Until tomorrow, we wish you a lovely, lovely day. Good morning.